from breaking down online and disappearing from the internet forever.
Put the hands on me. I never called the police on her. She's so imbruted.
To sharing a heartfelt message before tragically ending it all.
Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow or the next day.
These are the times when false allegations completely destroyed the lives of innocent YouTubers, starting with pioneer Twitch streamer Wreckful, whose tragic life was forever altered following accusations of SA and years of bullying. In June 2020, IndieFox, a controversial OnlyFans model and Twitch streamer, published a twitlonger exposing alleged misconduct by an anonymous man. The twitlonger, posted during the height of the Me Too movement, detailed IndieFox's harrowing experience with a very prominent Twitch streamer. I never thought anyone would listen to me, so I never spoke up. It was my first TwitchCon, and I was so excited. My first day hanging in line with streamer friends. We had met the coolest streamers on Twitch, and they invited us back to hang out. I'm in the restroom, and he comes up behind me while I'm not paying attention and kisses my neck. I immediately freaked out and asked, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he replied, "Oh, I didn't know. You seemed into me." And while that reply was concerning enough, IndieFox would reveal even more disturbing allegations against the mystery man. Later that day, when I asked the crew if anyone had an extra bed or somewhere I could sleep, because I didn't want to drive an hour, he said, "We have an extra bed, but you should sleep in mine." And he was really pushy about it. While no names were mentioned, the subtle hints in the statement would lead viewers to suspect that the mystery man was Wreckful. And after digging deeper, this theory seemed more valid when one internet user made a key observation. Multiple streamers have been suggested in the replies, and she has said it wasn't them, but when Wreckful was mentioned, she never corrected them. You can question whether she is telling the truth or not, but there's no question she is talking about Wreckful. And since Wreckful had battled with depression for most of his life, this event, along with the constant bullying from his stream, probably had a devastating effect on his mental health, ultimately driving him to tragically share one final video.
If you guys get lonely, you should talk to each other maybe and find some friends to play games with if any of you play games. I feel like people are always too scared to meet new people, try to meet others. Anyway. Goodbye, everybody.
Twitter killed Wreckful. They don't know how words can hurt, even anonymous words. Although these allegations were proved to be completely false, the damage had already been done to Wreckful's reputation. But this isn't as bad as the next YouTuber, who would disappear forever following accusations of domestic violence and battery. On the 18th of February 2024, Onea Johnson, better known as Angry Reactions, found himself in hot water after TMZ published an article accusing him of domestic violence against his then-girlfriend, Sierra. The article detailed how Johnson had gotten into a verbal argument that eventually turned physical. And although what happened between them was still unclear, it was enough to land him in jail. This led fans to immediately mock him. He got angry and reacted. Angry Reactions finally had an Angry Reactions. Angry Reaction reacts angrily. Didn't see that one coming, forcing the YouTuber to share his side of the story the very next day.
But I'm gonna give y'all the detail I feel like y'all need to know. This was a situation of me getting attacked from a woman and defending myself. I was being attacked by a woman, and the slightest bit of defense landed me in jail. Now, I don't know why everything happened the way it did. I don't know why it's a felony case, because once the cops showed up, she didn't even want me to go to jail.
Further in the video, Angry Reactions would call out his fans for their betrayal.
A lot of y'all just turned on me, man. A lot of y'all just turned on me. Y'all didn't even give me the benefit of the doubt. Y'all didn't even wait to hear the full story. Y'all didn't even wait to hear my side. Y'all just look at what y'all running with. Just look at what y'all running with.
Unsurprisingly, the video garnered a lot of support. I'm on your side, bro. Us men got it bad and people don't realize. People really think we can't defend against a woman. I honestly feel your pain. Being a man in this society is very hard. Defending yourself because of her actions towards you, and getting locked up because of her actions is effed up. And despite being found not guilty a few days later, Onea would announce his decision to quit social media forever. The case was dismissed, but the damage was done forever. But while these accusations were truly heartbreaking, the next YouTuber's experience would be far more disturbing. In 2018, the highly controversial YouTuber Keemstar posted a now-deleted video accusing another YouTuber, RS Glory and Gold, of faking his identity after serving jail time for meeting up with a 13-year-old.
John was arrested for this, and he recently got out of jail, and the first thing he did was stream RuneScape on Twitch.
This brought up a lot of hate at the time. But what the internet didn't know was that the PDF file and Tony were completely different people. And Keemstar had nailed an innocent man to the cross.
The guy who actually did commit that crime with the whole RuneScape teen thing, he's still in jail. He's still in jail. He's in there for life, actually. So he's never getting out.
The next day, Tony would finally respond to the allegations, breaking down on stream.
Thank you guys for everything. Thank you very much for being nice people and kind-hearted and helping me when I really needed your help. Thank you.
This earned him public sympathy. I feel awful about this. This guy seems like a good person. I want to hug him. He sounds like a grandpa you could be proud of. Tony and the other guy looks nothing alike. Like what the F Keemstar needs to be taken down. The revelation offended the internet community, forcing Keemstar to apologize. But first, he tried to bribe him with a $1,000.
I'm paying this dude $1,000.
See, I would have sat here for the next 10 years.
Dude, he's poor.
Before finally apologizing.
It was wrong. And this isn't a little fuck up. This is a big fuck up. This is a serious big fuck up. To the point where I just feel ashamed. I feel ashamed. I can't believe that we would fuck up like this.
This, unsurprisingly, had no effect at all since the damage had been done. You ruined his life. Despite the half-baked apology, RS Glory and Gold would endure 4 more years of harassment and death threats until his death in 2022. Up next, we have a YouTuber who had his home doxxed after an online feud with a fellow YouTuber. On July 26, 2023, JacksFilms released a video calling out fellow YouTuber Sniper Wolf for stealing content from smaller creators.
This is Sniper Wolf. She's a YouTuber with over 30 million subscribers. She uploads daily, and her videos get at least 1 million views each. So, what does she do? She steals TikToks and reacts to them.
He would then uncover more of her fraud.
If you want to support the original creators of the TikToks, too bad, because the only links you'll find in the description are all Sniper Wolf. And my favorite part is that half of the TikToks she includes either crop out the original username or just straight up don't have one. To use a recent example from just 3 days ago, she features 19 videos, 13 of which don't have any identifiable usernames. That means there's no way to find and support the original creators here. All of the views and all of the revenue go straight to Sniper Wolf.
But he wasn't done yet.
We reached out to creators who've had their work featured in Sniper Wolf's videos. And when we asked them if Sniper Wolf and/or her team had contacted them about featuring their work, every creator said no, they were not contacted. Most of them were blindsided by the fact that Sniper Wolf had been using their content, and some of them were pretty upset about it.
This revelation then prompted others to come forward. I remember she did this with one of my videos a couple years ago when I was a small creator. No credit, no username on my clip, nothing. I tried reaching out and couldn't find any way to contact her or her team. My 8-year-old niece loves Sniper Wolf and has started picking up her mannerisms. It's obnoxious and heartbreaking. Jack would then continue posting video after video, exposing Sniper Wolf. And as the videos continued to pile up, Sniper Wolf would grow increasingly frustrated until eventually the situation reached a breaking point. In October 2023, Sniper Wolf posted a poll on her Instagram story with the caption, "Should I go visit JacksFilms? He lives 5 mins away from my shoot." Followed by another image of Jack's house with the caption, "Let's talk like adults." Understandably, this disgusted the internet. With this single move, Sniper Wolf went from a reasonably annoying, somewhat incompetent content thief to a dangerous psycho that needs to be put away before anyone gets hurt.
JacksFilms was just making critiques on her content as well as making fun of it, which is something everyone does all the time, every single fucking day. And to go to this extreme where you dox him for it is just an incomprehensible, insano-style step.
And to make matters worse, Sniper Wolf would deny the entire allegation. Accusing me of doxing is defamation. I have no idea how to dox. He literally posted his address on Google and said, I threatened him and doxed him. This creep has been harassing me for months, then plays victim saying I threatened him when I just wanted to talk to him. I have no ill intentions. It's so sad when people have to constantly create drama to pay their bills. To which Jack would reply, We posted a video tonight of you outside our home for your 5 million plus followers to see, while my wife and I were inside. I can't make it any simpler than that. If that's not doxing, why did you delete it? But Sniper Wolf wasn't done playing victim.
This guy's entire channel is just me. Every single video for the past few months has been about me.
And threatened to file a restraining order.
And then his streams. This dude is just like low-key harassing me. Like, should I get a restraining order?
At the end of the day, the backlash was so intense that she finally released an apology. But the damage was beyond repair. She posted somebody's address to over 5 million people. Statistically, at least a few of those people are definitely crazy enough to genuinely want to harm Jack, and now they know where he is. In the end, Jack's safety and security was almost ruined by a mere online feud. But up next, we've got someone who came close to losing everything after facing serious allegations of predatory behavior. On June 20th, 2020, Angry Joe was accused of predatory behavior after streamer Queen of the Feeders posted a twit longer, accusing him of making inappropriate sexual advances towards her. I've been holding exactly who this was in for over 2 years now, but after seeing other women come forward about other streamers, I decided to come forward about the day and night of April 7th in 2018 at PX East. Queen of the Feeders then went on to mention how she'd met him at an event, and as the night went on, they ended up at his hotel. I'm just standing around and he ends up taking a shower and asking me to join him. I laugh and say, "You're funny," and he replies along the lines of saying he knew and the offer was on the table if I decided he wasn't joking. I stayed standing and kept pacing. He eventually came out dressed but invited me to sit next to him, and I'm like, okay. So I sat at the foot of the bed, and he kept asking if I was nervous, and I said yes. I thought we were going to leave, and it was a bit weird. To strengthen her argument, she would also leak a series of screenshots as evidence of her allegations. All of this made fans take her side. But Angry Joe was not about to let the accusations slide, and immediately responded. What? No, I did not. This is a very serious accusation. I can't believe what I read. This person is lying and embellishing what actually happened that day. 100%. Now I'm being bundled in with other people who did other things? This is insane. Calling me a predator? I'm not a predator. The explanation is that this person took every interaction we had and assumed my intentions. She even says this. Read things wrong, actually, and lied about what I did to make me sound like some angry abuser because my name is Angry Joe. None of what she said happened like that. And due to a lack of evidence, the internet changed sides. Standing behind you, Joe. It really just shows she wants attention. If she was honest, we wouldn't have a word about it till the trial was over. Not a false, publicly posted blog. Sorry this affected you and your family, Joe. This person is doing a disservice to all real victims. At the same time, this sadly shows why I simply cannot blindly believe everyone that speaks out without proper backup evidence. It's sad and frustrating to see this. I'm all in support of calling out predatory actions and sexual assault, but even from her own account, if accurate, it was social ineptitude, not assault. But with his name included among the Me Too allegations, the damage to his reputation was lasting. The worst thing about these false claims, when it's made clear that they're false, is that the accuser suffers no lasting consequences. They disappear from social media for a week to a month, then comes back and no one says anything about it. Even with false alarm, AJ is going to have that lie held over his head for the rest of his life at any social event. But while Angry Joe has still not fully recovered from the damaging accusations, the next YouTuber would find himself at the center of a storm of allegations that would ultimately lead to permanent consequences. In October 2023, a then 17-year-old Twitch streamer named AJ would accuse InquisitorGhost of grooming her while she worked as his editor. Alongside these shocking allegations, she would post screenshots of incriminating messages like, "Thank you, honey. I love you so much. I'ma marry you." Shortly after, these allegations would be backed up by another controversial YouTuber known as Keegan's Mask.
Hey guys, this is short but definitely not sweet. Today I will be talking about Inquisitor. He was flirting with a child, 15. Like, this is just absolutely disgusting.
Inquisitor, who has always been vocal about his stance against any involvement with minors, would quickly deny the claims. "I don't really know why people really are accusing me of this, but I'm certainly not I have a 13-year-old sister and 3 little brothers. How could it even be?" In a twist, InquisitorGhost would expose a text in which AJ tried to flirt with him, and he shut her down without hesitation. "Can we get to know each other?" "Nope." "Why? I'm not a minor." "I'm not interested, sorry." Things took an even darker turn when another screenshot leaked, revealing that it was all an elaborate lie by AJ and her boyfriend Tito to paint Inquisitor as a predator. "It's not a life or death crisis, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep flirting with him and see where it goes. If he starts to get sexual, then I will expose him. We just need better and more proof." Isn't that a lot of proof? Baby, we need a reason for him to get cancelled. But despite this new piece of evidence, things would take a tragic turn. In October 2023, moments after Inquisitor went live on TikTok, viewers would capture the chilling moment when someone was seen breaking into a door and attempting to resuscitate an individual lying on the ground. Later that day, it was revealed that the individual was Inquisitor himself, and that he had tragically ended his life. Not many words to describe the rage this brings upon myself. The people who do this shit need to get punished to full extent of the law and deserve to burn in hell. Following the massive backlash, Keegan's Mask would delete her TikTok account, AJ would change her Discord username, and Tito would make his account private. The false allegations made against InquisitorGhost and their consequences are perhaps one of the worst cases in YouTube history that forever destroyed the life of an individual. As part of this community, we can only be careful of what we choose to believe in and hope such a tragedy never happens again.
Se io muoio, partigiano, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E se io muoio, da partigiano.